Don't start yet. I need to give this to Dave. I promised him.
Oh my god. We're 2 minutes late. Chupak. Come
Oh
on.
my god, it's always something.
Yeah, well,
And
Dave.
it's always Chupak.
Oh my goodness.
Read the fucking room sometimes. You poo nanny.
Chupak, we're 2 minutes late. Let's go.
That's better than 15. We're doing good today.
He's got a good point.
I mean, you're not lying.
Why are you trying to sit so close to me, man?
All right, all right.
Don't talk to me.
5.
Hold up,
Four.
hold up. Why won't I stop?
Now move to the right. Now move to the
Rex.
left. Turn back now, y'all. Too hot
It
to
won't
die.
stop.
Bam.
Make it
X
stop.
muscle and Z muscle. X or Z or both.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm better.
Oh
I'm
my
better.
God.
All right, we got this.
All right, you guys ready to go live?
Chupak, you're gonna be really close if you sit there. Okay, never mind.
All
Shut
right.
up, stupid.
All right. All right. Y'all ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
Those beans are trained professionals. Do not attempt anything you see on this show. We are trained professionals, I repeat, and we do not have any certifications to do this. Thank you.
Hello, Los Santos, and welcome to the Diedra Duke podcast, formerly
Wait, whoa,
known
whoa,
as
whoa,
Dose
whoa, whoa.
Beans. I'm sorry.
No, we said you could do the intro, fool.
No,
Our first time back, and Bean still doesn't let me do the intro. What the fuck?
No, Bean said after you said the disclaimer that the show was mine, so I'm making it mine. So anyhow, I'm sorry, I
Proceed.
haven't
Welcome to
introduced
the
you.
Dose
Yep.
Bean
No,
podcast.
no, I'm sorry.
I'm your
welcome.
host, Chupak, and that's my co-host over there, Bean Burrito.
All right. Sorry for that interruption. Welcome to the Diedra Duke podcast, formerly known as the Dose Beans podcast. I am your host, Diedra Duke, and today our guests are the Phillip Bean Ghost Hunting Machine and Associates LLC. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Phillip Bean, Ghost Fighting Machine, and Associates LLC.
I'm
And
Sammy.
then- What?
I do all the work.
I'm Sammy Freeman, just part of the crew.
I'm Chupak. I do all the work.
That's not
Bullshit.
true.
I don't believe none of that. And then we
You
got
guys
Dave
don't
on the
know.
camera.
Nothing. You guys don't know nothing about the frequencies that they work on, fool.
That's fair.
All right.
Yeah, he does have a specialty. I'll say that. He's
I'm
really
the
good at it.
scientist.
Not quite.
All right.
but
Would you like to say what your specialties are then? So, Chupak, you're the scientist. What does that entail?
Well, I do everything. They're just there
Okay.
to look like
This
they
dude's
have
full
other
of-
colors.
This guy.
I'm the brains, all right? I don't care what he says. He said he's a scientist, but I'm the brains, all right? Every
Oh, brains.
ghost hunting operation we've done is because of my knowledge and my power
That's
Okay.
true.
and my resources. So I don't want to hear none of that coming out of your mouth. Be honest about yourself, all right?
They even make me drive sometimes.
I
Oh,
drive
yeah.
majority
If
of
we
the
want to
time.
fucking wreck, that's whenever we let him drive.
I'm the best driver. What are you talking
That's
about?
not true.
Yeah, best at
I-
driving into walls and people.
I don't drive into walls, fool. Look,
I'm pretty sure
ha-
everyone in the city knows you drive into walls, Chupak.
No, I drive perfectly legally because I'm a changed man now. I follow
When you changed the
city
past
lo-
30 minutes?
No, yesterday.
You
Not
pulled
last
into
night.
the parking spot, knocked over 2 Blackheart's motorcycles, and wrecked into my Chebrick and said, sorry, I was driving backwards with the mask on.
Well, you didn't even let me get to the punchline of that one. Then I was gonna take my mask off, and I was gonna say, "Mask off, fucking mask off."
Yeah.
But you still
Yeah.
crashed.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, MJ, cue the crickets.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
All right. So, tell me, how do you tend to get work done with so much, I don't know, tension between you all?
Usually, whenever we're out in the field, it's a lot different, all right? We're usually like tit-tat and I don't know. What's the third one? Tit Tat and Tang? I don't
Pity
know.
pat whack.
Pity Pack and Whack? I don't know.
Most of the time, me and Bean just, we kind of like, we just fuck all the tension out of us. And then we go do ghost shit.
Okay.
Okay, that was one time, and it got leaked out for the public, and I never slept since. All right, I didn't. Okay. No,
What about
shut
the
up.
6 other times that we didn't videotape?
You haven't, hang on, Bean, you haven't slept since then?
Well,
I mean, you guys really should give it a rest. Like, you don't have to. First time you
Okay.
couldn't stop?
I sleep like a baby.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't more like I regretted the decision. It was more or less that I felt my reputation might have been, as a professional ghost hunter, if someone knows that I might have fucked my associate, they wouldn't take the business as serious. And same with those fiends. But I don't know, man. I think our views have gone up since the fucking, so.
It
Maybe
worked fine for Monica Lewinsky.
True.
Look, now they're a household name.
Wait, what was the question? I don't even remember. Oh, how do we work with all the tension?
Yes.
Usually a lot of alcohol, the occasional bump of cocaine, allegedly. But out in the field, it's a lot different than whenever we're in a confined space. I mean, we're out there making money. We're working off each other's vibes. Usually the police are involved, and whenever the police are involved, that's whenever I'm in my proper form. I think out in the field, it's just all a matter of shit's going on all the time, and we got to stay focused. So that's more of like what it's like, probably. And also the bean machine, like that's just like chill as fuck in there. We hit the bong and shit before we pull up to spots, and then we're like ready to fucking fight some ghosts. You know what I mean?
All right. So
And we don't got thousands of people watching either.
Oh, while you're doing the ghost hunting.
Right.
So you find it, so it's a little more chill.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the whole fucking city looking at us, like a normal podcast.
Oh. So are you nervous right now?
I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I'm just saying whenever people aren't watching, I can be a different version of myself.
Okay. So I know that there is a fourth member of Phillip being Ghost Fighting Machine and Associates LLC.
Damn, you just hit the fuck out of him.
I didn't even phase him.
He's wearing a helmet. How's your hand?
I've been through some stuff.
Sorry, I was
Anyways.
checking Twitter.
All right. So I believe that Lena has recently joined the team. Is that correct?
It was a very recent, trial run. She's still in her trial period. We give her about, a week or two. That fourth position's been filled probably about 6 times in the last 3 months. So we'll see if she can hold on, man. It's definitely a cursed position. I mean, the fourth position is one of the hardest positions to fill because, we got us two right here. We're already like a bonded family. And then that fourth position, if you don't fit in, we ain't going to keep you around.
So you're just you're still looking for that perfect fit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but I think she's a good fit. She helped us out with a private job that I won't discuss here, and I think that, maybe, she might be the one that we needed for the ghost fighting team, and we also need a girl on the team for quota purposes.
Oh, okay.
So the fourth position is non-negotiable. You have to be a woman, and don't worry, we ain't about that making you feel comfortable because you're a girl.
Jesus Christ, guy.
Y'all quit hitting each other.
Right. So tell me, how did the ghost fighting machine come to be?
Well, now that's an interesting story, all right? So I've always had a passion for this kind of thing, and I believe that my knowledge is above others due to I don't know if it's my intellect, because I'm obviously, smarter than the average bear, or if it's due to like my third eye, and I think my third eye is, what do they call that? A chakra or something? I don't know. But I do know that I can sense things all the time.
Are you talking about them like rock things where like they like look at the rocks and they make them feel good or something?
Oh.
Yeah, but that's usually like a crack rock, and that's not what I'm referring to.
That's a rock tumbler, stupid.
I
Like the
think both of you-
website, like Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Tumblr.
No.
Or those masseuses who use the hot rock massages, you know?
No,
that's
Oh, I
like
need
the
me a
rock.
masseuse that does that.
All right.
Did you with the
The
happy
only
ending or
masseuse I
not?
know writes childhood books. Like
With the
Cat in
happy
Hat.
ending? Bean?
Oh, happy ending, happy beginning. It's always happy.
All right.
Yeah, he fucks like a racehorse.
All right.
Oh yeah, okay. So sorry. So I was trying to
Actually-
remember what the question was. I get distracted real easy. So
That's absolutely fine.
So I got the idea whenever I began to realize that I was experiencing things in the city. I went to Rigatoni's and they had some crazy music going off, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't play this music. It's just it just happens on its own." That's whenever they're at the old location. And then I talked to old Drax, and he helped me come up with a business plan. If you know Drax, tell him if you see him, tell him I love him. I miss that guy. I seen him probably once in the last 6 months. But that guy helped me set up the ghost hunting van. I got it detailed, and I got the wrap done at a shop, and then I bought all my equipment, and I studied a whole bunch of paranormal stuff. Everyone thinks it's all about the EMF readers and the thermal cameras, but it ain't none of that. All right, it's all about vibes, experiencing the room. You know what to do if you know what you're doing. If that makes any sense.
And you obviously
Stop
know
it,
what you're
Chupak.
doing. So how
Yeah.
Stop it.
children?
Stop it.
I didn't
So
touch him.
how's your success rate been so far?
So I would say that our success rate,
105% success rate.
yeah, I would say that's probably accurate. So
Yeah, I don't think-
we're
have
pretty
we ever
much
failed,
good
guys?
105% of the time, except we did have a couple failures in the past.
But we've always come
Um,
back around and we've smashed the problem, exterminated the threat, and made the city a better place.
I'm
Yep.
getting a phone call, and I don't know if it's related to the podcast. I'm gonna call it back because it might be. This guy doesn't normally call me. Bear with me, guys.
All
Okay.
right.
Hey, Bean.
Hi.
I know you're doing podcast, and I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but we have an active ghost situation.
What?
Like,
What?
dead ass, no lie. There's a ghost walking around Pillbox right now.
There's a ghost at Pillbox.
Oh
Like,
God.
doors open, nobody entered, but there's a voice. No lie. It sounds like Santa. I don't know, but it's weird. Like, nobody else can see him, and yeah, little freaked out.
Is anyone getting hurt?
Not yet.
All right, look, Frank, I suggest you keep the
Yep.
area clear until I can make time to come over there. This podcast is very important to me, and
Yep.
you know what? So is your safety. So clear the area, and I'll be over there in a jiffy.
Yep, no worries, my dude.
All right,
About an hour.
I love you. Give me
Cheers.
about an hour.
Love you too. Yep, will do.
All right.
Oh, man.
Well, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen, that was a first-hand ghost call, and that's the kind of calls we receive on a daily basis. I know that you guys couldn't hear it, but Dave, his ears are superior with that microphone, and he tuned in.
All right.
Anyways, that's what a ghost call is.
So that sounded really important. Are you gonna have to?
I
You
don't
sure it
know.
can wait?
I don't know. D, you tell me.
I mean, you're the experts. I don't know.
What
Have
if
we
we?
ever-
What if that was live? Like, you know what I mean? On the podcast.
Honestly, that ghost shit is not safe for the camera. I'll
That's
tell you
fair.
that.
It
I've
breaks
seen
cameras
people
and stuff.
get
Yeah.
arms broken, and if we're broadcasting that live,
Yeah.
That's
I don't
true.
know. I
You
don't
could-
know.
You know, you
I mean,
could
just-
curse the entire city if you tried.
2 days ago, I got
Yeah.
possessed.
That is true.
Oh, did you? Who did
See?
you?
Tell him about it. Tell him about it. Chupak.
Yeah. What
Well,
happened?
I was minding my own business. I had just picked up a nice 40 down at the shop in the corner of Grove Street when I was down in the barrio. I was driving home, right? Well, on the way home, I saw this mamacita over at the unicorn, so I went to go holler at her, you know? Well, I was driving over there, and once I started to turn right onto the road to go towards the unicorn and shit, fool, I just heard like laughing, and then my eyes went black, and something took control of my body, and it even crashed the car and took off the hood I was driving. And
Oh,
next thing I know, the ambulance is there, and I'm at Pillbox and I'm getting treated. And you know, I had to call Bean because it was a serious situation, but we took care of the situation, and now the city is safer.
That's what we're
So,
here for.
so I'm sure everybody watching would be interested. What exactly does go into your normal ghost call? Like for the one that Chupak just mentioned, what did you do in that situation, Bean?
You know what? I'll let Chupak take over because I think he has just as much information on the situation. I want to hear, from his perspective.
But he was possessed. Does he even remember anything?
Well, exactly. He was possessed. Okay, I I'll tell you what I do know. I was called onto the scene after the fact. Okay, um, so over by the market, the mega mall, we had a officer, I believe, Nico Teen.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us a phone call letting us know one of our associates was requesting us, and then once we found out it was Chupak, we put the beam machine in hyperdrive, and we were there within 2 minutes. And then we
I thought
showed
his
up,
name.
and
I thought it was Officer Wico Peen.
no,
That's not it. Oh, I must
no,
have
I
understood
think
him.
you must have misheard. And so we arrived at the scene, and there's a lot of evidence of what I would say paranormal activity, maybe a poltergeist. Usually, whenever there's possession like that, where someone gets completely lost in their knowledge and they don't recall something, um, it's either dementia, Alzheimer's, or a poltergeist. And I don't believe Tupac is showing any signs of Alzheimer's or dementia, even though you would think that sometimes. But
Nope.
he did show signs of a poltergeist whenever we arrived. He had lost time. He was out of control of his body. Nicotine saw a basket, and so did I, like a shopping cart
oh, I
getting
did too.
flung
Yeah,
around.
like he was going
And
crazy.
a lot of weird stuff was going on. Like there, we saw reflections in a window of a dumpster fire. But whenever we would look at the dumpster, there was no fire, almost like it was like trying to trick us. Lots of green goo. If you guys see green goo, I cannot stress this enough. We need phone calls. That has been the number one ghost we've been chasing since we done started this thing.
We can't
I
seem to get
believe
it.
this, the green goo, whoever that's coming from, that's, it's out to get us. I think it's setting up all these other ghosts, possessing people. I don't know what's going on, honestly. But
But you need to make sure too. If you see lights flickering or poles falling over or any of that, poltergeists are known to they operate themselves on a 2.5 hertz gigahertz network, and that's the same radio waves that the electricity flies through the air on. So sometimes they can take over cash registers or lights or vending machines or even like
security cameras, ATMs.
see it can really fuck around with the city's electricity. So if you see anything weird like that too, make sure you give us a call.
Wow, that sounds quite scary.
Oh, it
Have you
can
been?
be.
So you said there's been a particular ghost that you believe is leaving the green goo?
I believe so. Now, this ghost is smarter than your average ghost. I believe this ghost is recruiting. It's finding weaker ghosts that might be lost in a traumatic situation or like lingering around the cemeteries or scenes of car wrecks, and he's guiding these people into fucking haunting shit. Especially popular locations. And I say he, but it could be anything. It's not even a person. You know what I mean? But it's leading this other ghosts into these popular locations, creating havoc. And I've seen written on the wall multiple times. I've seen it. It says "Death to Bean," which I would be
Mm.
scared, but I've never physically been hurt by the ghost, so I haven't. I'm not too scared yet. But I have seen other people get very hurt, including Officer Foreman, who was possessed over at Green's Cafe about, I would say, 4 or 5 months ago, actually. That was a crazy scene. And then I saw another officer get possessed, or not possessed, but grabbed by a poltergeist at Rigatoni's during my first ghost adventure. Oh man, we've gone through a lot of stuff. I've seen someone get hurt over at your place, actually, D.
Mhm.
Man, it's been a
No,
long
it's true.
time. I've been hunting
Yes.
ghosts for, I don't know, 6 months
Yeah.
now.
So, I do have a question. What would you say to your detractors who say that they
Oh no,
believe that?
ghosts can't take over tractors. It's okay.
Okay.
You don't have to
Yeah,
worry
I
about
don't. I
those.
think he's right.
No.
I don't think that no one's driving any tractors.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. Well, there are certain people who say that they believe you may be planting this green goo or some of these
Who?
clues and things.
Who? Who's saying
No,
that?
I cannot reveal my sources.
No, we wouldn't. No, we wouldn't plant any fake evidence. I can assure you that. There'd be no benefit besides the obvious profits that we could make if we were to
Well,
do something like that.
As a matter
yeah.
of fact,
Mhm.
you can actually start leaking blood like a garden hose with holes in it from your genitalia if you come in contact with the green goo and get chlamydia.
That is very specific. Do you know that from personal experience?
Unfortunately, yes, I do.
Me as well. Stay away from the
Mm.
green goo.
Okay. So you would never, you know, place certain artifacts or at sites where you're called into just to prove that there was a ghost?
No,
I can't
because
imagine that you can
if
find
that
a
would
ghost every single time.
if that was the case,
Mm-hmm.
we would have to store a very toxic green goo from ghosts, and it's actually been scientifically proven from the Iowa State University that you cannot hold green goo in a container because it is corrosive to every single type of material known to man.
Then how do you contain it?
We don't.
We
We
try.
just
Leave the green goo around.
No,
No, we
they're
have to
wrong.
destroy it.
yeah,
Oh.
we dump it into the canals.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the ocean's a good place to drop off the green goo because it kind of just flows away and becomes not our problem. So we just capture it temporarily in
Wait,
jars.
so you're saying
mason
that
jars.
hang on. So you're saying that you put the green goo in the ocean, which can be then consumed by fish, which then are fished up by the fishermen and delivered to the restaurants to feed the citizens of Los Santos?
No,
We have no
fish.
further comments on
Are
behalf
you
of
saying
those
that the
beans.
fish that we're eating
and-
may be toxic because
No,
of
actually-
Okay.
dumping?
The green
No
goo
further comments.
has a natural detraction from the fish digestive system. So
How do you know that?
there are no.
Oh yeah, no, that's
The-
true. Actually,
It's it's another.
Yeah, there's been.
Iowa State University
Oh.
has done extensive research on
Okay,
the
so you can
paranormal.
provide me the peer-reviewed research papers.
Of
that
all right,
course.
show this?
Chupak,
Of course.
chill.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes, we can do that. I just have to
Okay,
speak
but
with
why
MJ.
is all the research being done in Iowa State and not closer to home?
Because they do
You know,
most of it
perhaps
for
in a
us.
state that actually has an ocean.
Well, because Iowa, their agricultural location is perfect for the manifestation of paranormal activity. So there's a heightened activity in Iowa, specifically near the university, that they can interact with and study
Hmm.
for research purposes.
But wouldn't you want the research to be done somewhere where there isn't that heightened activity, so that you don't have any, false positives or anything, so that you can get, a good standard for your
Now
research?
listen, a good space to have research taken care of
Mhm.
and done is at the location where there's known to be a higher manifestation of paranormal activity, because then what's the way that they do their research, numbers is more important than location, so if they can get, we get maybe one or two ghost calls a day, but they're getting like 15. You're gonna get more statistics from more interaction with the paranormal, and in that case, you're able to do more extensive research.
And
but
I've
wouldn't
actually
the research be better done like where the paranormal activity is actually happening? They're like,
Well,
there's
no,
no
hear me
shortage
out.
of
No, no,
paranormal
no.
activity here.
But listen,
look.
there's paranormal
no,
activity
y'all
everywhere.
Pause. I'm certified, and all my research is sent to them. Okay, I'm a trusted source. They have all my information. However, it's not public yet because there's a case study being built, and we expect this case study to go for the next 5.5 years. We've already knocked out 2 years, where I did other studies in another city. But I'm just saying, 5.5 years, we should have a case study, and it will release all the information. I've actually been to the fish hatchery over there at the university, and we've dropped green goo samples into the water. The fish actually hurtle on the other side of the hatchery, away from the green goo. And we believe that their sense that either the pH is off because it has a very high pH of 14.8, which is insane, by the way. That's super acidic, okay? They stay away from that, and we believe they either are smarter than we previously thought and they can tell there's some paranormal shit up with the goo, or they detect the acidity in the water.
All right, but that's farmed fish. We don't know for sure if ocean raised fish act the same way.
Okay, there is a study where we had 3 fishermen out on in the ocean over off the coast of actually Los
Wait,
Santos, south of this city, 10 miles. They had 3 fishing lures, right? And they fished for 3 weeks every day, and one lure contained the goo, and the other 2 lures didn't. And the other 2 lures caught fish 10 times at a rate that the green goo did. And whenever we say caught fish, we considered plastic bags and shoes as also fish. So they, the one with the green goo caught plastic bags and fish. It was notated. So I'm pretty sure that there's plenty of factual evidence that we'll be able to provide you if you were to ask for it.
But we're not going to be told if the fish that we're eating are toxic or not for another 3 years.
I can tell you that, but from reading the case studies, that no, the fish are not being toxified by the green goo.
Okay, but surely there's a better
Except
way
there
of
was that one
disposing-
fish.
Oh no.
We did have a weird, like, a fish that's, I don't know, they call them like anglers, or I don't know, got a weirdo thing on their head. And one time one of them ate the green goo, and it's like fins. You know how normally they move whenever they're swimming? Well, whenever it ate the green goo, the fins didn't move anymore like it was swimming. We believe that the fish died.
Okay.
But we can't say that was because of the green goo. We think it might have been due to old age at the time that we caught it.
All right, so you're saying the jury's out as far as whether the green goo is bad for fish or not.
No, fish cannot
We're
digest
studying
the
it.
green goo.
Yeah, and in the meantime, the citizens of Los Santos are eating the fish that could possibly be toxic.
I mean, that's on them, though, right?
But they don't know about. Well, now they do. Now
Exactly.
But
And
there's,
so now
there's
you are-
always a
you-
high
now-
chance.
But they've been perfectly fine the whole time it's been going on, right?
I mean, have
Yes,
you heard
but
of
a lot
anybody
of-
eating green goo?
Yeah, I haven't.
No,
Neither have I.
it would be they'd be eating the fish that.
Well, have you heard anything
toxins.
happening bad to people, though?
Sometimes that stuff just it takes a long time. It builds
Listen.
up toxins in your system, and then you could get cancer 30 years earlier than you would normally.
Well, let's be honest. In 30 years, cancer is going to be the #1 killer of all things anyway.
True, we're not really contributing to something that's inevitable, and even then, what are you, a septic?
You mean a skeptic? No,
yeah,
I am,
that's what I meant.
I'm a medical doctor, so I am concerned about the public health of the city.
Look, we're here for the health of the city, okay?
Okay, but I just think that there might be better ways of disposing of toxic green goo
Well-
rather than throwing it in the ocean.
We used to bury it in the dirt, right?
And that would get into the groundwater. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not great
So
either.
Iowa said, make sure we don't do that anymore, and just throw it in the ocean water since it's not drinkable anyways.
And plus, on top of that, surely like how much salt there is, it like surely decomposes it, right?
Okay, but
Actually,
you're
there's been studies shown that the
asking-
salt is not affecting the
Oh, okay.
green goo.
Okay, shouldn't you know that?
Well,
Are
he's
you-
new.
I'm
He's
not.
newer.
I'm not. Plus, I'm not the sharpest shut in the tool.
All right.
But you are a tool.
Listen, man, you don't gotta come at me that hard.
No, that's Sammy. That's my boy. He's not. He's not a tool. I promise.
Okay. Well, let's kind of set aside that. I'm sure I'll talk to you later.
Don't worry. We'll
about
get
the-
plenty of factual evidence, and if
Mhm.
anyone starts coming at me with EPA violations and shit, I will sue for
Yep.
millions.
And we'll win.
Well, I appreciate your confidence. So I do have another question. So I heard the other day that there was an incident at the Nightmare Coffee Shop where some individuals that looked very much like you, uh, especially you being in Chupak, kind of rushed in and shot at one of the employees at Nightmare Coffee.
What?
Do you have anything to say about that?
Okay. Um, you said we ran into Nightmare Coffee and shot at somebody?
Yes, I believe that you attacked an employee of Nightmare Coffee.
Do you
It
recall
may
that?
be, I mean, it may be somebody that looked like you that were pretending to be you. And if that was the case,
Oh.
how do you deal with that sort of thing of people?
So, being a famous celebrity in the city is quite interesting, as I've heard multiple reports of an Irishman dressed up like me, going around, robbing people at gunpoint. Keep in mind, if I rob you at gunpoint, which I wouldn't, you would know it's me, okay? I ain't gonna do that. This is going off topic, but you would know if I robbed you, all right? And I'm sick of all these other blonde-haired mullet guys rolling around acting like they're hot shit. Do you know who I am? I was gone for a few weeks because of Christmas, had to go visit family. I come back, and people are calling me Joe. Who the fuck's Joe? And I ain't talking about Joe Mama.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not.
he's
Santa-
dead.
Santa
Dang.
Joe?
I don't know, Joe with the fucking blonde mullet.
Oh yeah, Santa Joe.
We should shave his mullet off.
I'm not Joe. He's Phillip. Well, I mean, he's
No.
not me,
No,
but like,
honestly, you two don't look like anything alike. Like, have you seen his nose?
It's gonna
very
look
striking.
worse after being fucked it up.
Are you insinuating that Philip will
It could
cause
possibly happen.
violence on Joe?
See, that's what he told me last night in bed.
no, two things wrong with that statement. I did not say that, and I didn't sleep last night.
Well, I said we were in bed.
Okay. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Moving
Didn't
on.
say we were sleeping.
All right. So to kind of get back to the whole ghost hunting thing, was there a particular hunt that really sticks out in your mind that was very memorable, whether it was a while ago or recently? Do you have like a favorite ghost hunt?
I do.
I want to hear yours first.
I'd have to say that my favorite ghost hunt was at the tavern. I had gotten up on the roof. I remember because it was my very first ghost hunt.
Oh
I had
shit! I
gotten
forgot
up on the
about
roof
that one.
of the tavern, and I found a green fleshlight filled with green ooze. And everybody thought that it may have been Patty's, but Patty confirmed that he does not get aroused by the color green, so that fleshlight could not be his.
Indeed, that's true. I do remember that. Man, that was a long time ago. That was the old tavern.
Man, I went away pretty soon after I flew into the city.
Did you throw the green fleshlight into the ocean?
Yes.
Okay. Bean, do you have a favorite hunt?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. The first rigatoni, ghost hunt was phenomenal, and it consisted of me, Marcelo, I believe some of the other rigatonis, but there was about, I would say, 7 or 8 officers arrived at that scene to help out with the case, and I saw an officer get grabbed by the leg and pulled back repeatedly into the butcher shop or the butcher room in the back, and it was quite fucking scary to see all that. But you know what? It showed me how to hunt ghosts. It showed me what to do, and ever since then, I've definitely been better at what I do, and that was a very very, very interesting moment for me, and it'll be forever in my brain, years after I leave the city.
Well, and that was your first true ghost hunt, correct?
Absolutely, it was. It was my first, where I got put out in the field after my apprenticeship.
So do you feel like every hunt that you've done since then, you're just trying to kind of chase that high, like find a ghost as interesting as that first one?
Um, I wouldn't say it's a high, but I would say it's an adventure.
Mhm.
And sorry, I got preoccupied with my thoughts. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a high, no. It's not exciting seeing people get hurt.
Okay. Well, that's a good outlook to have. You want to keep the people of Los Santos safe, correct?
Absolutely. I want to keep the people
Mhm.
safe. And that's my main objective. I will say, though, that there is a high at the point of capture when you know that you've gotten that, poltergeist, ghost, demon, out of the harm's way or out of the way that,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. And, and then you get paid. And then that money you get at the end, that right there is a high in itself. I mean, I got 10 grand for the rigatoni's ghost. Just saying. There's good money in hunting ghosts, right? You're doing the Lord's work and you're getting paid for it.
I mean, you're living the dream.
Absolutely. Except for whenever people get hurt.
Yeah,
That shit keeps
don't
me
want
up at night.
Mhm.
And cocaine. Unrelated.
And being fucked by fucking Chupak.
Yeah, I don't get fucked by. Let's
Yeah.
keep that straight. I do the fucking.
All right.
Well, there's
You
not
heard it
much
here
straight
first,
here,
ladies and
but okay.
gentlemen. You
I've
heard it here
definitely been a
first,
power
ladies and
bottom
gentlemen.
1 or 2 times.
Yeah, but we always revert back to the similar ways because, or the old ways because, you're into what you're into.
Of course.
All right. So, not to ignore Sammy at all. Sammy, you are the one of the newer members of the
Yeah.
crew. Do you have a hunt that you've been on recently that has stood out to you?
Let me think. Probably the mines. It didn't last very long, but it was definitely scary.
Yeah.
I know
Chupak,
about
were you
not
there for the
lasting long.
mines?
Nope, Chupak was
Nope, I
not
was
there.
not there.
Yeah, so we had an experimental ghost crew with us on that adventure,
You
and
definitely did.
the
It was
ghosts
like
were so bad
it was
in the
actually
mines.
a partnership with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The kids
Oh.
were gonna die anyway, so we just gave them
Oh,
a nice
They
experience.
did
That's
ask
not
to
okay.
hang out with Phillip Bean, and
and so you took them into a dangerous situation where they might die sooner than they might otherwise?
I mean, they kind of
no,
asked for it.
they were like
Uh,
behind us, like 10 feet,
They
right?
they
Like,
signed
Okay.
they signed the waiver.
and they signed waivers, of course. That was part of their
Okay.
dream.
Okay. Interesting.
I mean,
All right.
one of them even had like a rookie card of me for
Oh.
soccer, and I never even
Yep.
played fucking soccer. I don't know where the fuck he got that from. I mean, I signed it, but I don't know where the fuck he got a rookie soccer card. Like, where the fuck? Who's making those? I never
you
played
gotta
soccer
find
once
that.
in my life.
I think it's Joe who's making them.
Who's Joe?
Oh, it could be
Joe
Flick.
Mama.
Flick makes okay.
It could be
God,
Flick,
that's awesome.
actually.
Stop.
All right. Okay.
Ow!
Oh
Fucker.
shit.
So, we've talked a lot about the ghost hunting, but I'm sure a lot of our viewers are very interested in Bean and Chupak in your relationship. You've kind of been doing this ghost hunting thing together for a very long time, and I believe that you both consider yourselves best friends, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose he'd probably be my best friend.
You suppose?
Well, no, he is.
Hey!
Except Sammy's been doing a lot of replacement time lately.
Knock it off.
Oh, there seems to be some bitterness there. Are you upset with Chupak for some reason?
I mean, upset? No. Disappointed? Yes.
I mean, he doesn't complain at night. Ow, fucker! Get that shit on my nose.
You guys chill the fuck out.
Keep poking me.
He keeps trying
Was,
to mess with me.
Was Chupak around when you hired Sammy?
At the very beginning,
Actually-
yes. Yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, but not much after that.
Yeah, he kind of went
Me and
MIA.
Sammy have been kind of taking things in our own hands lately.
But honestly, I don't think he should be mad at me because it's kind of his own fault for him being MIA. It's not that we like push him out of it; he just never around, you know.
Well, and that's true, and he won't tell me why. I don't know why he's
Is
been.
Is there a
Okay.
reason you've been absent recently?
Yeah, you want to tell him, Chupak?
I went to Cuba to see my dead family.
I don't think it's good enough reason to be honest.
There seems to be a little bit of tension since you returned between you and Sammy. Is there a reason for that? Do you resent the fact that Bean and Sammy have gotten closer since you've been gone?
As long as Bean doesn't fuck him, it's fine.
I don't think you have to worry about that, Chupak.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't
It's
have
a
to worry
little
about that.
slut.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Have you guys
So-
done anything?
So since
No,
your
no.
relationship has gotten, since your relationship's gotten more intimate, Chupak and Bean, have you found that your friendship has suffered at all?
No, we're better than ever.
I wouldn't say that.
He
I
just
wouldn't
seems-
say we're better than ever.
He's just tired.
We used to be a lot
sometimes.
better. No. We used to be a lot better, I think. I think it was dailies, hanging out, shooting the shit, doing what we do best. You ever seen a limo fly? Huh?
Boy, what the hell, boy?
You ever seen a limo fly? No, those were the days. Nowadays, it's this and this. Hey, let's do the podcast. You
I
know,
don't know what
every
you're
once in a while,
talking
though, we go back to our old ways, and those nights are fun. But, you know, I just think now it's became strictly business.
I don't know. What night was it? 2 nights ago?
That's true. We had a
That
badass
was
night.
that was a good night.
He's just upset because I'm trying to become a honest living man now.
Go ahead and tell
Yeah,
us how.
that might be it.
You mind
maybe.
sharing how? Telling us how, Chupak?
I miss the hood rat Chupak.
Well, I think that it's time for me to mature and get a real job at the burger shop.
Okay. Did you get hired?
I'm in the process right now.
Okay. I was
You
thinking
didn't
of
even
working there
tell me
too.
that.
You didn't ask.
Damn.
Why do you think I'm
So-
driving backwards now so I can't go over the speed limit?
Oh my god.
Uh,
You know,
Because
you
then
know
I
they
can't
have cruise
speed.
controls,
you know
right?
that driving backwards down the street for an extended period of time is illegal as well, right?
Wait, it is?
I think it's
Why?
safer for the pedestrians.
If you're
that
going,
Then
way
why
to,
do they give you mirrors in the back?
Because
yeah,
I'll
that
tell
don't
you
make no
what,
sense.
a car hitting you at 35 miles an hour is a lot better than a car hitting you at 115 miles an hour.
That's true.
Tell that to the Blackheart's motorcycles.
That is also true.
They don't have feelings.
That is true.
The riders might have feelings about their bikes
I
and might
think they
shoot
have
you.
very strong feelings.
I do
How are
too.
y'all's bikes? How do you feel about that? Huh? shit-
You said you was gonna compensate us, so we're good.
I'm thinking about firing Chupak over that. Should I?
No,
I
I wouldn't
think-
say fire, but
Put him in front of a firing squad.
See, he's fine with it.
I don't think he's fine with it. He's only fine with it because Mr. Bean over here is going to reimburse him for it.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
out of my pockets.
So I
After
think
I
that comes out of
paid Bean
Chupak's.
And I pay Dave.
I think it should come out of
That's
Chupak's
fine.
paycheck.
What paycheck?
I mean, I would get your money, but you're
Yeah.
fucking negative. You broke it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All
Sorry.
right, moving on.
We do have a
Okay.
viewer question I'd like to, say real
Yeah.
quick. Viewer question to Chupak. My neon does 100 miles per hour going backwards. How does going backwards stop the speed limit? And that's from Victor.
Victor who?
Sanchez, I believe.
I think you're right.
I see. So, see, that's just because you don't know how the you must not have your EGR valve plugged in completely, because with the recirculative gases in the engine, because mine has the EGR, it's on a it makes it so my car can't go over 35 miles an hour in a reverse.
I believe it.
So why don't you just put it going forward?
Because I don't want to hurt the pedestrians.
No. If you use your cruise control or something going forward,
Oh
then
no,
you
my
won't hurt
cruise
the
control is
pedestrians.
broken.
Well, get it repaired, bozo.
Well, why don't you put a limiter in so that the car can't go over?
Yeah, why does your limiter only work backwards and not forwards?
He's $87,000 in debt.
That
86.
is a
To who?
good point.
Joe,
The government.
You idiot.
hey, fuck you. I'll throw you over this ledge.
At least I'm not 40 or 80,000
He also
in
wanted to
debt.
let you know that it's electric. His neon.
Sheesh.
Okay.
It's electric. Woogie woogie woogie.
Oh. Okay, Chupak. So I was curious. So you have been sort of absent recently, and I know you've been going through some medical issues as well.
But my kids are already dead, so it doesn't matter that I was absent.
Well, I'm meaning
Matters
absent
to
from
me.
Los Santos.
Right, but I don't have any children, so I'm not a bad father.
We never said.
Never said you were.
Also never said.
But
one?
we're more insinuating that you're a bad friend.
Yes.
Really.
Wow.
But-
Okay.
But honestly, the question I wanted to ask is, so since you've been gone, there has been some shakeup with the Vagos. What is your standing with the Vagos currently?
The Vagos, I know them.
Mm-hmm. And are you still?
Yeah, they're good guys.
Are you still part of the Vagos?
Last time I checked, you were the leader of the Vagos.
I know the people that live down there. Yes, they're my friends.
Okay, but are you still a member or the leader of the Vagos?
Do you have a warrant for this information?
Do you plead the fifth?
Why do I have to plead the fifth? I tell you, I already have. I'm friends with the Vagos. See.
Okay.
I thought you were the Vago. I'm with D on this one.
Yeah, I thought you were
Yeah,
part of the
well,
Vagos.
the issue is that I feel
You're
like
wearing yellow.
And you have their flag in your back pocket.
and
That's
your car is
true.
still the back of your car says Vagos.
That's true.
Yeah, and
also.
everything you drive is
Why
yellow.
can't the back of my car say lazy? Okay, I don't get it. Who
Uh,
better to have a sign that says lazy on the back of their car than somebody who's $86,000 in debt?
All right, but if I go around and say that I'm a bala, that means something in this city, even if I just mean that I am rich.
I am close friends with the Vagos. It's okay. They're okay with it.
Oh, but you're not a member of the Vagos?
I am friends with the Vagos. See,
But you're not a member.
you know who you should ask?
Hmm.
The Vagos.
Okay, that's why
So
I
that's why
knew
we're
that
asking
you
you.
were. Yeah. I'm sure the city is just interested because there has been a shakeup with the Vagos, and their presence hasn't been as out there as previously, and so I wanted to give you the chance to express that the Vagos were still around. But if you're not a member, then
I never
I know
said I
you've-
wasn't a member. I'm just saying
Oh.
that.
So
I'm
we
trying
have
So you are-
confirmation,
so
ladies
you
and
are a
gentlemen, that
member.
he is a member. Ladies
So
and
you
gentlemen,
are
we
a
have
member of the
confirmation.
Vagos.
No, I am trying to change my life for the better.
But
So
are
you aren't
still-
a member.
I live in the barrio and I like the color yellow.
So D, I think we can take that he is a member.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to pay $95,000 for a house and then just move out of that area. It's like it's kind of a waste of
Well,
money. so-
right. No, I'm not saying anything against you living in the area. I was just asking for a straight question whether you are a member of the Vagos or not.
I know the Vagos. See.
Can we assume that you are a
You
member
said
then?
yes.
He
I did hear
is.
the
Okay.
C. Yes.
He is a
Okay.
member. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
You can take that however you want, but all I say is that I know the Vagos and I am friends with them. And I live in
But
the
you never
barrio.
said that you weren't a member, so I think it's safe to assume that you are. Okay. No.
Well, I mean, I work some of their checkbooks. See.
Oh, so you do work for the Vagos. Okay. Great.
No, it's just a thing I do on the side. It's like a tax thing I do on the side. It's not like I don't work for them.
Oh, so you're
Tax?
not a Vagos.
I am affiliated with them, but
you
only
are-
for
okay,
professional
Okay, if you
reasons.
say affiliated,
affiliated
with them,
with
that means you are
That
literally a
means you're
Vagos.
literally a Vagos.
No, I'm just saying that I do
No.
their taxes for them.
You're
a
part of
Vagos.
them. He's a Vagos, confirmed.
All right. That's all.
I know the
I'm sure that's all
Vagos,
the city wanted to know. That's perfect. Okay. All right. I did have a
Boogie,
question
woogie,
for you.
woogie.
Did have a question for you, Philip.
I'm not taking questions at this time. Nah, I'm just kidding.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
then I can. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So
How about we put D on the spot for something, okay? D, you know
Okay,
our
input
password.
hot pocket.
Excuse you.
We
No,
talked
I
about that
just
yesterday.
assuming
it's
that's what
fine.
he was gonna say.
No,
Sorry.
no.
I know I shouldn't have said that name.
No, I'm sorry, but
today-
I am the facilitator of this podcast.
Exactly.
If
And
at the end you would
sometimes-
like to ask me a question, you can. But right now, the question is
No,
going to be for
it
Philip.
goes both ways.
No, it
It's
really
not just,
doesn't.
Because if you're just talking to us and asking us questions, then it's more like a game show or a TV show, you know?
Oh,
It's
you feel
not
like
it's
you're
not
winning?
a podcast. All I wanted to say was something that I forgot because you took my mind off of it.
Well, yeah, that's how I manage you, Chupak.
So you use me. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
don't use you. Just
For your feelings?
anyhow, Philip. So let's.
Oh, I remember. So if
No,
you know,
so
you were asking us
Mhm.
what we think you should do. You know, some topics to talk about on the podcast. And if you
Oh.
know us, then you know
Mhm.
that our favorite section of the podcast would be fuck, marry, kill.
Oh yes, I am. I'm getting to that, but you think that I don't know how to do my job, so you want to take over?
No, I was
Mhm.
gonna put you on the
Well,
spot.
first I was going to ask Philip a question, and then I was going to get to the fuck, Mary kills. So,
Well, then
can I-
go ahead.
All
See.
right. Well, thank you.
God
Appreciate you.
damn, Chupak.
Let's just all calm down, ladies.
It's
All
not my
Everybody
right.
fault
calm
that
down. Everybody calm
that
down.
cigarette.
Chupak.
It's not my fault that Philip fed me drugs before we came here.
Okay, you
Oh.
act like that was something new.
Okay.
And I didn't feed them to you. We took them
You-
at. Okay. No,
He-
don't listen.
Actually-
to him.
Brings to mind another question. So
Philip
the other
made
day,
me boost
Philip,
cocaine.
Okay, shut up, Chupak. I'm sick of hearing you talk right now.
I
Philip,
agree.
do you have a cocaine problem?
A cocaine problem? No,
I
I
don't
would
think
call
so.
it more of a cocaine solution.
All right. Can you go more than 2 days without cocaine?
Um,
Been
why
there,
would I
done
do that? Like, there's no point in doing that. There's medical benefits to doing cocaine.
Oh, really? There isn't. It's actually
Yeah, weight
very,
loss.
detrimental. Yes, but
Weight
the
loss?
detriments outweigh the benefits for sure.
I mean, isn't that perspective though? Yeah.
It's all perspective. It's all
Yeah.
subjective. I've been hearing this since I was in high school. Dude, cocaine's not even like it's like
You know, if you've been doing
marijuana
since
and cocaine
cocaine,
are on the same scale as far as I'm
if he's
concerned.
been doing
They
cocaine
really
since high
aren't.
school,
They
if he's
really
been doing it
aren't.
since
They
high
both
school,
have
though,
medical
surely he'd be dead.
benefits.
Mm. I would agree that weed does have medical benefits.
And
Cocaine,
as well
not
does cocaine.
so much. Very limited, extremely limited, and definitely not for daily use.
Daily use? No, I wouldn't use it daily. More like bi-daily.
Yeah. Nope. And
Or
not
like
for,
even
and you've been
sometimes
using it since high
tri-daily.
school.
High
Okay.
school, that was subjective as well. I didn't do cocaine in high school. I did it whenever I should have been in high school.
Got it. Okay, well, let
What
me get to the
age?
original question that I wanted to ask. There have been reports that people have seen graffiti around town touting something called the Bean Dynasty. Does that have anything to do with you?
What? Repeat the question?
I think what
Uh,
she's asking you is, are you the Bean Dynasty?
Do you have any relation to the Bean Dynasty?
No comment.
Oh,
I think what he meant
so
to
you
say
do.
is he knows the Bean Dynasty.
So what
Like
exactly
the people
is?
who run like the bean, like if you go to like the
Like bush
store
beans and stuff.
and you
Well,
see
I
like
don't know.
beans.
It seems to be like graffiti, almost like gang tags around town, saying the Bean Dynasty.
Is Mr. Bean a
Well,
gang?
I mean, if I had to
Hmm.
imagine that if like there was a gang called the Bean Dynasty, I mean, they're probably pretty powerful, and I don't know. I don't think it's a. I think it's just unrelated to my last name.
Really, that seems like quite the coincidence.
Um. Yeah. No further comments on this subject.
Fuck me again.
Okay.
Let's sit
All
down.
right,
Fuck
Chupak,
me
why don't you
again.
sit down? Then now it's your favorite part of the show.
Oh, okay.
We are going to do Fuck, Mary Kill. So I have a separate one for each of you. All right. So let's go ahead and
Hey.
let's go ahead and start with Sammy.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy. Fuck, Mary Kill.
Okay.
Between Bean,
Mm-hmm.
Chupak, and Lena.
Definitely have to marry or not. I'm gonna have to marry Bean.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Kill Chupak and fuck Lena, I suppose.
Okay. I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Get your finger out of my
I'm
face.
definitely marryable for sure.
All right. So Phillip,
Hey.
let's go to you next. So Phillip, between these three, fuck, Mary, kill, Chupak, Santi, or Luis Lopez.
Oh, you motherfucker. All right. Okay.
Yeah, Bean, what are you picking, huh?
All right. This is pretty easy, actually, to be like 100% honest.
Chupak better die.
I'm marrying Santiago. Easy. I mean, that's
You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. We had our first guest walk off the
wait.
show.
Hold on. I'll stay here. Come back, please. Just please come back. We can talk about it after.
Oh no, the police are here for Chupak.
No. It's
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, it's okay, Chupak. You can't leave yet. I haven't done your fuck, Mary, kill yet. All
Okay,
right.
sorry. So, like I said, I would marry Chupak.
Oh, that isn't what you said, though.
I'm pretty sure it's on camera, D.
Okay.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, I might have a bad memory.
So, like I said, marry Chupak. Fuck Santi, obviously. I mean, even though, like, you have a powerful man who has all this money, right? And, you know, allegedly leads a gang.
I think
yeah,
you're
that's
off
just a
topic, Bean.
fuck. That's just a fuck for sure. Definitely wouldn't want to marry someone like that.
Yeah,
and then,
I mean, you would obviously marry somebody who's $86,000 in debt.
yeah,
And in love with him.
but also maybe not.
Love is more important, fool.
Look, I know. And I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get caught up in the moment, Chupak, and you know I love you more than anyone. Okay? And I'm sorry. I misspoke at first.
I thought you didn't, and it was on camera.
Would y'all stop being so sentimental?
Oh God. Let's refrain from the violence for the rest of the show. No, refrain
God.
from the violence. Oh God.
I fucking throat.
Chupak, chill out.
Okay.
Sit down,
So
Chupak.
I think we can assume, Philip, that you then want to kill Luis Lopez.
Well, yeah, but you knew that whenever you planned that question.
I mean, I didn't know that because you said that you kind of made up with
Oh
him.
yeah, but compared to them two, come on.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, come on. But I mean, I did like the throwing his name in the mix. I saw him today actually. Said hi and everything.
Did you happen to kiss him?
No, but I'm not gonna lie. I thought about it. Like that,
Okay.
like arch enemy, like kink comes into place, and it's just like, oh, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
arch enemy. But look how cute he is. It's crazy.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
All right. Oh. All right, Chupak, it's your turn.
Worst for the last. Sorry.
What'd you just say?
Nothing. The best for the last, of course.
Who molested what?
What?
Oh, okay. All right, Chupak. So, fuck, marry, kill. Bean, Cisco,
What?
and me.
Oh,
Oh.
this is easy. I would definitely, I would fuck Bean. I would
Are
then
you kidding me?
marry Bean, and then probably eventually down the line, I'm going to kill Bean.
All right,
What
but you
about the
have
other
to
two?
pick. There has to be a different person for each
Only
one.
one person can fill each slot.
Oh, that's how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I would marry Bean. Then I would fuck Bean, but I would also fuck D.
Okay.
Well, that's
Brody.
not uncommon. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone knew that was
And
coming.
then, what's the other person again?
Cisco.
Oh, yeah, I would kill Cisco, but probably it's gonna happen anyway.
What?
Bro, you're killing me and Cisco? What the fuck is your problem?
I think he just wants to murder people, honestly.
No,
You
I'm a changed
sociopath?
man.
Or is that a psychopath?
Nope.
This is your specialty.
Yeah,
A
D.
civilian.
Jump
I would
on it.
never
What is it?
kill anybody.
If he's going around wanting to kill all of his friends, what would you
Psychopath or
classify him?
sociopath?
Psychopath or socio?
I'm just trying to protect
Well-
Bean.
And what's the difference?
Actually, sociopaths and psychopaths fall under the same mental health condition.
So why
Which
are there
is
two different
called-
words?
Which
Stupid.
I believe is called, you're putting me on the spot, antisocial disillusionment disorder or something like that.
Fucking weirdo. Look at this weirdo.
I'm not antisocial.
Look at this weirdo.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I'm not here to diagnose anybody. But
I'm
I
pretty
wouldn't
sure
say,
he's a psychopath.
No, I wouldn't especially say that because usually,
Psycho.
usually in those cases, it's done without emotion. And
Oh, he has lots of
Chupak
emotion.
Has a lot of emotion.
No, that's like
Maybe he's like one of those weird ones that like.
What can I say?
Change.
I have a lot of emotional damage.
Shut up.
all
Yeah,
right.
There are
You
a variety
crossed the
of-
line with that statement. Okay.
Oh.
Emotional
Okay.
damage. You're gonna bring that up in front of me? Stop. All right.
What does that mean, Philip?
Emotional.
Why is that upsetting you?
I don't think he wants to get. I don't think he wants to get into it, Dr. D. That's more
Yeah,
of like
this is
closed
not
doors.
the time
Okay.
for emotional
yeah.
damage
Well,
talk.
The podcast today was just to interview, talk about the ghost hunting, talk about yourselves. It wasn't a therapy session or anything like that. Perhaps
Good,
at a
because we're
later
not
time.
paying you for it.
Actually, she is getting paid to be
Yeah, I was
here.
about to say she's getting paid.
But not for the therapy sessions.
No, not for therapy. But maybe later on, we can have a therapy session, whether it is private or broadcast, because I think y'all could probably benefit from it.
Stop touching me.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. If you
benefit
guys
from it.
touch each other, I'm taking $1 off y'all's hourly rate.
You don't even pay me.
I can't.
So what?
pay
Are we
you.
gonna go in debt?
That's true. I don't pay them for anything.
Oh.
I thought we had ads.
This is an
Got you,
apprenticeship.
idiot.
Oh, are you eventually planning to pay them at some point?
Well, Chubak's definitely made some money in the past, for sure.
Well,
like
where's mine
on
at,
the
man?
lucrative jobs, we definitely pay up. But A lot of the times, a lot of my ghost work's volunteer, but it's for the people. But I mean, you got to pay in some way, regardless, even if it's money or not. Like sometimes, like let's say that like you got a ghost inside your coffee shop, lifetime supply of a random color blue tea, like something like that for helping out. Sometimes I get payment like that.
Okay,
Stupid.
Chupak.
Can you guys
All
chill the
right.
fuck out, please?
It keeps pulling my ponytail.
So I think we are well over the time for today. I want to thank our guests for joining us today on the Diedra Duke podcast. Next week, I believe that Dose Beans will be back with more exciting content. But
Absolutely, we will.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the city of Los Santos before we leave?
Yeah, I have a lot of things to say, actually. Here's a list of our sponsors. We got the Vanilla Unicorn. You ever see strippers fight? Imagine if you did, and you made $17,000 like I did whenever I went to the VU and bet on the stripper fight. Check out the
That's true.
VU. That place is pretty actually cool, man. That's where I found my first bag of meep. All right. You ever hear a crazy ass dude making some crazy ass music? He looks like a fucking monkey. That's Monkey Man. And you
Might
know where
even
he
be a
works?
monkey.
Rockford Records. He owns that bitch. Check that shit out. And if you have a singing voice, maybe call him up for a job. Message from Lena Wilson to John Wilson. John Wilson, you're a little bitch. And you're a simp for me. And I know that. We have Auto HQ. Come get your shit turboed. It's not like you have anywhere else to go without spending double the money. And then we have Richmond's Therapy Center. D, you want to plug?
Oh, I have to do my own plugs. So
Well, I mean, I can do it, but
am I going to get my money back for that then?
oh, okay. Shh.
I'm
No.
going to get paid for
No.
doing my own plug?
All right, pause. All right. Hey, you kind of crazy? You thinking about stabbing somebody? Your mom was emotionally abusive while you were a kid. Your grandpa used to make you work out and do like 100 chores on the weekends whenever you'd visit. If that's the case, or if that's not the case, either way, talk to Dee. She'll diagnose you with something. I can guarantee that. Head up to Richmond's Therapy Center. Get your therapy today. Also, shout out to my own fellow coworker, Sammy. He's the #1 viewer of the podcast every week, and he's always there supporting. But this time he's on the show, so it's kind of weird. Sammy,
Kind
you
of
got
cool, to be
anything?
honest. Yeah, kind of cool. And I appreciate you for having me on.
See, and quit calling me the Tiger King. I'm not the Tiger King, and I'm also not Joe.
All right. Chupak or Sammy, do you want to add anything? Oh.
No.
All right.
Holy shit! He put his finger off. What the
We may
fuck?
have to go to the hospital now. So thank you very much for joining us for this episode of the Diedra Duke Show. And tune in next week for when hopefully the Dose Beans
Yo, cut it,
podcast
cut it.
is back. All right.